Hello everyone, I am Shivantika, legal intern at Lexis & Company for the month of June, and today in this video we'll understand the differences between a partnership firm and a Hindu joint family firm that we call as HUF basically. So in relation of a partnership, it arises basically from a contract and not from the status itself, whereas the Hindu joint family firm, the relation of the Hindu joint family arises from the status and not from a contract. It arises by the operation of the law. In a partnership firm, the members will have no right by birth, but in case of a Hindu joint family business, the right is inherent from, and the person gets the right from the birth itself. In every kind of partnership firm, it is governed by the Indian Partnership Act 1932 and the Indian Contract Act 1872, whereas every joint family firm is governed by the codified Hindu laws only. In a partnership, rights and duties of the partners are determined by the provisions of the Partnership Act and the Partnership Agreement. Whereas when we talk about the Hindu joint family firm, rights and duties of the members of the families are controlled by such general principles of the Hindu law which contracts the transactions of the joint family only. In a partnership firm may be constituted irrespective of the members' caste and religion. There is no boundary to it. Whereas in a joint family, the firm is related to only the Hindu religion, that is to the caste of which all the members shall belong. Also, in absence of an agreement contrary to the intention or death or insolvency of the partner, the partnership firm dissolves. Whereas in case of a joint Hindu family, firm does not dissolve on the death of the family member. Successor of the deceased gets his interest in the business of the firm, and it continues with that procedure itself. In case of a partnership, no person can be introduced as a partner without the consent of all the members of that partnership. Whereas, in terms of a member of a joint Hindu family, if acquires an interest in the firm's business by birth, marriage, or by adoption, or any other such process, no consent of the other members is necessary in that situation. Other members cannot deprive the person from his rights. In a partnership firm, any member can ask for the accounts of the acts done by his co partners. Any partner can ask for the details of the profits and also the losses. Whereas in a Hindu joint family, any member cannot ask the accounts of profit and loss for serving his relation with the business. In a partnership is a specific application of the principles of the agency. It is often said that the law of partnership is undoubtedly a branch of the law of principal and agent, whereas the principle of agency does not apply in case of the joint Hindu family firm. Also, in case of a partnership, every partner is the principal and the agent of the firm. Therefore, all the partners are liable for the acts done by any of the partner for the conduct of the business. In case of a Hindu joint family, the manager of the Hindu joint family is vested with the rights to take the loan, pledge the family property for the conduct of the business, but other members of the family do not have these rights. Also, in case of a partnership, there is a restriction on the maximum number of members in case of a partnership firm. Minimum 2 and maximum 20 partners are allowed, but there is no such restriction in case of the firm of a Hindu joint family. Also, last point would be that in partnership, every partner is jointly and severally liable for the debts and liabilities of the firm. liability of every partner is unlimited in such a situation. Besides, the property of the firm's personal property of the firm is also liable for the liabilities of the firm. In case of a Hindu joint family, the liability of the member is limited to the extent of the interest in the assets of the Hindu joint family only. I hope you understand the difference between the two. Thank you so much.